on. Otherwise, I don't know, there's something wrong with us.
We're failing.
Yes. Yeah, and in America, I mean, there are still people like that, but I feel there are a lot more people who take pride in being single and being alone. I've also noticed a lot of couples making out all the time. I've seen a student outside my window. Do you know what motorboating is? Motorboat, it's when a man puts his face in the girl's boobs and does that. Alright? I've seen them do that outside my window in public. And in America, that would typically be a more private thing you would do. So that's been an interesting cultural change. And I think it's because in the United States, if you go to college, you stay on campus, you go away from home, you stay in a dorm. So you have more opportunities to be intimate with your partner. But here it seems most people are living at home and coming here and then going back home. So this is the only place you're able to be intimate with your partner. You don't have a lot of privacy. So that's been interesting.
Have you saw a situation where a man says to a woman he can get to her a job because of his gender? Or?
I mean, I haven't experienced that myself because I haven't been hiring anyone. I haven't seen that happen. I've only witnessed the way I see men and women treat each other, and I have noticed that, for example, in our building, most of our secretaries are women, which is traditionally a female job, but I find it strange to not see any men. I actually teased my dean, Sylvia. There was a few weeks back, we had this big event in the courtyard for the media center or something like that, and so everyone spoke, Sylvia and some other male professors, and they had cake. And as soon as everyone was done, they applauded. The women, including the dean, top person, started cutting the cake and serving, and the men went off and started talking. And I actually teased Sylvia. I was like, "How come only the women are cutting and serving cake? Like you're the head of the department. You shouldn't be doing this." So that was one instance where I don't know if it was just coincidence or if it was kind of a subconscious cultural sexual thing that women cut and serve while the men go and talk and smoke cigars. Does that answer your question? Is that what you're looking for? Okay.
It reflects my answer.
Okay.
And now about symbols. What did you consider are the Mexican symbols by perfection?
Now, what do you mean by symbols? Symbols of perfection?
Like, I don't know, in Chicago. Chicago it's called the Windy
City.
It's like that, I think.
So
like buildings, like
oh, okay.
a way to develop in society.
So like landmarks?
Yes.
Well, I know the I don't know the name, unfortunately. There's the big sculpture in Mexico City, the angel near
Independence Angel?
Yeah, that I know. For me, I really enjoy the art theater in the downtown area. What's that called? With the stained glass curtain. You know what I'm talking about? I forget what it's called. It has like a copper ceiling.
Palacio de Bellas Artes.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
That stands out for me. The mountains. I can't pronounce their names, unfortunately. But those stand out as like landmarks. Is that what you're looking for? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm from Chicago.
Oh, landmarks in Chicago?
Yeah.
We have what's called the Bean.
I know.
Do you know it?
It's a museum.
It's like a giant. It looks like a giant bean, but it's metallic and it's like a mirror. So it's like when you can go up and look at it, it's like a circus mirror the way it reflects your image. What's interesting though is the artist who made it. I can't remember his name. it was supposed to be a cloud. He wanted it, it's called the Chicago Cloud, technically, but it looks like a bean, so everyone calls it a bean, and he's irritated by that. The Sears Tower is a Chicago landmark. Technically, it's called the Willis Tower now, but I will always call it the Sears Tower. The Hancock Tower is another landmark. Wrigley Field, where the Chicago Cubs play, is a landmark.
Now, what do you think identifies Mexican people? What is their biggest characteristic?
I have found, and this has been a good lesson for me, Mexicans overall to be more relaxed and laid back and kind of just taking things as they come. Whereas Americans are more like, I need to know, we need to know now so we can plan, da, da, da. And that was another thing that was difficult for me when I first came here, where I was like trying to plan things and I'm like, please tell me, I need to know this. You know, and I'd just have to learn to wait and be patient and get the answers, you know, whenever they came. So yeah, so that's been good for me.
Well, I'm from a Chicago guy. What is it? Well, no, let me read.
Sure.
From Chicago people, what are their most significant characteristics? What differs a Chicago person from one from Los Angeles?
I would say stereotypically in the United States we say the farther east you go, the more like I was saying, like kind of demanding and I need to know now and intense and rude you get. So like New Yorkers are usually considered to be more on the rude and we need to know side, and Californians are considered to be a little more like Mexicans, a little more laid back and relaxed. So Chicago's somewhere in the middle. But people also usually identify with Chicago and the Midwest, Milwaukee and Ohio, as being down to earth. Is that phrase me? Okay. Yeah, just kind of realistic, practical, down to earth. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, that will be all.
That's good?
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
cool. Thanks. Yeah.
Thanks.
Let me know if you
Thank
need
you
anything
very
more.
much.